Hello students, in this video we are going to see how we can find out LCM of any two numbers. So LCM means lowest common multiple, right? If we take the example of any two numbers here, let's say 2 and 5. Okay, so we have to find the LCM of 2 and 5. So we need to find a number that will be divided by both 2 and 5. That is the meaning of LCM. Okay, so let's start from 2. Okay, can 2 be the LCM? Can 2 be the LCM? No. Why no? Because LCM is what? It should be divided by both the numbers. Okay, now 2 is smaller than 5. Okay, 2 is smaller than 5. That means 2 cannot be divisible by 5. 2 cannot be divisible by 5. Okay, similarly 3 also cannot be divisible by 5 and 4 also cannot be divisible by 5. The only possibility of the first number to be an LCM, okay, will be 5 itself. That is the bigger number. Okay, we can assume that 5 is the LCM. Okay, so we have assumed that 5, that is the bigger number, is the LCM. Okay, this may be true, this may be false. We need to confirm that by dividing 5, that is our assumed LCM, both by 2 and by 5. Okay, so here it is divisible, but here it is not divisible. Therefore 5 cannot be the LCM. Okay, next we'll try the next number after 5, that is 6. So 6 divided by 2, that is divisible, but 6 divided by 5, that is not divisible by 5. So 6 also cannot be the LCM. Next, similarly, we'll check 7. 7 divided by 2 and 7 divided by 5. Again, 7 is not divisible by both. Next, we'll try the next number, 8. 8 is also not divisible by 2 and 8 is also not, 8 is divisible by 2, but 8 is not divisible by 5. So 8 cannot be the LCM. Next, we'll try 9. So 9 divided by 2 and 9 divided by 5. So neither of the numbers are divisible. Then we'll check 10. Okay, 10 will be divisible by both 2 and 10 will also be divisible by 5, both 2 and 5. That means 10 is the first number, okay, the smallest number that is divisible by both 2 and 5. So this is the LCM of 2 and 5. So this is the logic we have applied here. See, on line number 8, I've assumed that the bigger number is the LCM. Okay, for example, in N1 we have got 2, in N1 there is 2, N2 as 5. Okay, so the condition here becomes 2 is greater than 5, which is false. So if it is false, you know the conditional operator, its value will be the false one. Okay, the false expression, this one represents the true expression and this one represents the false expression. The condition here is false. That means N2 will be the value of this whole expression. So N2 value is 5. That 5 will be assigned to LCM. Okay, so our assumption has been done that the bigger number is the LCM. Okay, now I've made a loop here. Okay, and the condition is true. That means the loop seems to be an infinite loop, but it is not an infinite loop. Okay, there is a condition which will cause the control to come outside the loop, inside the body of the loop. What is that condition? Let's check it. In line number 12 there is a condition. Okay, see, after assumption, the first thing we did is we checked whether that assumption is divisible by both 2 and 5. So that is what we are doing here, that our assumption LCM is divisible both by N1 and N2. Okay, So LCM modulus n1 should be 0 and LCM modulus n2 also should be 0 for our assumption to be true. But in this case, LCM value is 5 here, so 5 modulus 2, that will become false. Okay, when it becomes false, the next condition will not be checked because of the AND operator here. Okay, and control will come to the next statement, that is LCM plus plus. That means now we have increased the value of LCM. Okay, and control comes here, condition is true, control comes inside, and again this time instead of checking 5 modulus 2, it will check 6 modulus 2, and then it will check 6 modulus 5. So of course this one will be true, but this one will be false. So again we are the control did not enter the if block. Control came to line number 17. Okay, LCM will become 7. Okay, next the if statement will check this condition. So again it will be false, so control will not enter the if block. Next it will check this condition, again it will not enter the if block. Again LCM will increase and condition will be checked on line number 12, that is in the if statement, and the condition will be false. Okay, finally LCM will now become 10. LCM will now become 10. Okay, so now see, 10 modulus n1 is 2 equals 0, and here 10 modulus 5 equals 0. Okay, now both the conditions are true, so control will enter the if block for the first time and it will print the LCM of n1, that is 2, and n2, that is 5, is LCM, that is 10. LCM is storing 10, so it will display 10 here. And then this break statement, the break statement will cause the control to come outside the loop. Okay, so this is how the loop will terminate and also display the LCM. Thank you.